Following from the last video, let's proceed with designing an email. So we'll just click Design Email here, which will bring us to the page where we can then select the template. So we have a number of options available to us. For instance, if you're selling a product, making an announcement, telling a story, or you want to do a follow-up, or you want to educate people, MailChimp has provided us with some templates that we can use. And this is probably what we'll be using to design our email campaign. We also have some other basic templates that we can use as well, including the simple text that we used in the prior video. And you can also create your own. So you can code your own template if you are familiar with the HTML, CSS necessary. This is some saved campaigns that I've done myself. So for instance, this is the one that we created from the simple text from the prior video. We have also different themes available, and this is something that MailChimp also makes available. So you can just copy one of these, or rather just click on one of these and just change the text, and you are good to go. The templates that you create are and will also be stored in the Save Template area. So really a lot of great options starting out to create professional email campaigns that really are vibrant and hit the mark with your customers. Let's start with the themes. Let's do a themed one because it looks good and we can play with the colors and just simply change the text. So let's look for one that's engaging here that we could use for our first email send out. And I think we found it. I think it's this one here. Really, we could have used any campaign, any theme, but I like this one because it has green in it. And I like green because it represents nature and life. So you can see as I hover over the template, the theme, we have areas where we can edit. And this is simply it. By simply editing these areas with the content that we want, this is how our marketing campaign, our email marketing campaign will look. So for instance, I'm going to change the name here. I'm going to change it to Text Pro Foundation Repair. And you see what I did? I just clicked on this pen icon here, and then I can change the name. And I can change other items as well. Once that's done, I can just click Save. And now we have it changed. And then I can change other aspects of the theme as well. And really the same way that we did this, we can do it for all of these. Next, we're going to change the picture here. And we are good to send this out. So let me just quickly go ahead and change the content here and we can be on our way. So I've made changes to the textual content. The text here, I've changed it all. Now we can also change many more aspects of this design. So by clicking on the module options here, we're then able to click on the pen and then we can change the text. However, we also have other options. We can go into styling, so we can actually change the color here and make it a color that is more in alignment with our website, with our brand. So let's do that. I'm going to change the colors here for all of it. Here, I want to look at the styling. Oh, and also we have the settings. So we can make this one column, two column. However, this theme is one column and it looks pretty good. So we will leave it as it is. Okay, so let's go into the design. And this is going into the whole look of the template, the theme. Let's click on design and then let's change this picture here. So look, we'll go to body and there's a picture. And firstly, let's change the color to blue. This is the fallback. So when there's no picture, the fallback color will show. But let's go ahead and change the picture. So I'll click on replace. And I can either upload a picture, or I might already have some pictures here. Or I can go into my Instagram, I can go into many areas to find pictures. But what I'm going to do is actually upload a picture. I'm going to see if I have a picture that I can upload into this campaign. So we'll use this one here. We'll wait for it to load. And once it loads, here it is. And I can just click on it, click insert, and there it is. We've replaced it. So it's pretty straightforward, right? Okay. Now, you see on the footer here, we can also change all of this. So if you have more social media pages, you can add that by clicking on add another service. You can point the links to your specific page, your specific profile pages. The bottom here, this is just what MailChimp requires as far as identification of your email to recipients. So I usually leave it as it is because it works out pretty good and provides all the necessary information. But here it is. So we've just changed and created our marketing campaign and it looks pretty professional. So when we send it out to people, this is how it will look. So let's go ahead and click save and close. And then let's click save and close here so we can move on to the next aspect of our campaign. So as you can see here, we have 1 check mark, 2 check marks, 3 check marks, 4 check marks. We're good to go. Now we can proceed here to sending this email by simply clicking send. Firstly, let's look over some quick things here. We can add a social post to our campaign. So basically what happens is that once we post this out, once we send this, it will also post to our Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. You can choose to do that by simply clicking on these icons here, which will then give us the option to attach our page to MailChimp. So yes, just click on this option here to move it along, see, and then it will give you the next option to attach your pages. But I think we are ready to send this. However, maybe we're not ready to send it immediately. So then what we could do is schedule this. We can schedule our marketing campaign to send out at a specific time. And also, let's say that we're not ready to complete that. We still have some changes that we want to consider and make. We can click on finish later. So we have a number of options that are available to us as far as managing the send out of our email campaigns. But let's imagine that we are actually ready to send this out. Then we'll just click send. Let's move on to the next lesson, which is actually sending the email.